Na, egy újabb gyilkosság, egy újabb nap. Nézzük meg, mit rejteget a Hulla néni. Állítólag megint női holttestet találtak, ugye ez már a harmadik, és ugye 2 az elég hasonló volt egymáshoz. A másodiknál nem vagyok benne biztos, hogy jó ember lett lesittelve. Mégis a játék tovább engedett. De itt ezek össze fognak függni elég rendesen. Kíváncsi leszek. A sejem harisnyás gyilkos.
Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Ja, megint mesztelen Hulla.
Naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
Na, el lettünk zavarva. Bunkó őrmester nem eheti meg a kajáját. A Downtown Crime Scene. Nézzük meg.
You have the address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Phelps. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah, it means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
All units, officer needs help. 211 and shots fired.
Bocs, még mindig nem csinálom kizét. Nem légküldetést.
Unit to handle code 3, identify.
America's root beer of choice with a frosty glass of Spencer's. All the way from Indianapolis, let's hear a song from the Ink Spots.
A tethely.
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Na, mutasd, miről van szó, ott van 2 láb. Doktor láb.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Carruthers, Pinker.
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you when you're ready.
Hát ezek a nénik, ezek annyira nem szoktak borotválkozni, de jó, az mondjuk ugye a 40-es évek. Itt vannak ilyen véres lábnyomok a levegőben. Hopp, itt volt valami. Aha.
May as well follow the trail.
A vérnyomokat követjük, igen. Női kalap?
Antonia, that's a start.
Kezdésnek van egy női keresztnevünk. Viszont, hogy nézem, ketchupos ez az ajtó. És akkor nem lehet oda bemenni. Crime Scene Photographer. Tök jó, mindenhol lezárták a rendőrök az utcát. Ez itt micsoda? Mi a szar ez? Ezek szerint semmi. Megint hintőpor. Gyofás doboz, semmi. Hát ez meg mi a franc? Mi ez, lopott autó, rádió, vagy mi? Az véres? Vagy rozsdás? Szerintem rozsdás. Volt fenn valami, nem? De oda nem lehet fölmenni szerintem. Ja. Ez már volt, igen. A vércsík. Miért csöves cigis dobozokat mindig föl kell venni, én nem értem. Ez is az, nem? Papír zsebkendő. Ez mi?
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
Jó, ezt is folytogatták, aha. Bazd meg, és ezen is rúzsos felirat van. És nagyjából megegyezik a halálának a nyoma.
Lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
Igen, ennek is mokkái vannak, meg folytogatva van. Meg bozont.
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
Hoppá, játszik velünk a sorozatgyilkos.
Kiss the blood, BD.
Ez lehet, hogy a Craignek a muterje, annak van ilyen dzsumbuja. Itt is gyűrű letépve.
Another wedding ring torn from the finger.
Ez úgy jó
No
sikerült.
skin under the fingernails.
Csontig lehúzta az ujját benne. Húzta. Nice tits, motherfucker.
The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered,
Yeah, we know the MO. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Ja, ezt is megcipőzték, megfojtották, megverték. Ez a táska az ott, az dokié. Ja. Most már lehetne hasznos valamelyik szemét, mert uncsi ez a kukapúvárkodás. Hopp, egy fa levél. Túl leszállítom. Gondolom, megint fel lehet szedni a sörös üveget. Ja, mi mást? Megint a szemét. Ammo. Ez meg skulódoboz, jó? Az meg megint gyufa. Ez mi? Rovarírtó. Te egy villáskulcs. Ez se jó semmire. Hát, csalódott vagyok. Hát szerintem ez ennyi, nem? Nem tudsz átugrani? Ó, bazz! Na, vissza a kocsihoz. Bye-bye. De várjál, mert most nincsen nyomunk, nem? Kell még dumálni az öreggel? Hogy átlépj a hullát, beszarsz.
I need to get back to it, Phelps.
Hoppá, 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 hoppá. Nicsak, nicsak. Micsoda vérfoltok vannak itt. Végig. Ja, most már te is nézegeted, ugye? Ott a cipő. Nem a WC papír guriga, hanem a cipő.
proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains, no way is this coincidence.
Ja.
On it goes.
Jó hosszú vérfolt.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
Na, de merre? Hopp, itt valami van. Hát ez micsoda? John Marstonnak alapja a Red Dead Redemptionből, remek. Itt a verdánk, jó. Bolylepkeírtó. Hoppá. Hát ez mi ez a kulcs?
House keys strung up like bait on a hook.
Egy 5-ös számú lakáskulcs felakasztva, mint egy csali. Azt mondja, itt a vérfolt. De még itt is vérfolt van. Még ott a falon is. Mi a fasz csináltak ezek itt? Te?
That's got to be a code or a cipher.
Ez olyan, mint egy ilyen vakoknak ez a bráírásos cucc, nem?
You think he's trying to lead us somewhere?
Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
Hoppi, hoppi, hoppá.
Where are you taking us?
Felmegy a tetőre, nyom. Szándékosan.
Early bird gets the worm.
Ott is egy vérnyom, oké, jó. Ez tök menő az ilyen tetőre épített cuccok. És olyan el is lehetne lakni itt ilyen könnyű házban. Jó, hát itt mindenféle asztalos szerszám, vagy ácsszerszám. Nyilván egyik se lesz nekünk releváns, jó. Még a falon is van. Igen, látom a vérfoltot. Még itt is van belőle. Ja, ezek ilyen galambházak, nem? Te reszkessetek be törökbe. Saját kézbe.
Mrs. A. Maldonado. Could it be Antonia Maldonado?
Az nem tudom kicsoda.
Clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us. There you go, Phelps. We got a new MO. I told you it wasn't our guy. Or he might just be getting more confident.
Igen, valaki határozottan azt akarja, hogy kövessük a nyomait. Kicsit galambszaros itt minden, nem? Tag már le is mászott. $2.51 hétre egy 3 szobás apartman, úristen! Enyhe infláció történt ott is. Ez mi a cookie? Sminkkészlet.
Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
Gravírozva és aranyozott. És még mindig van vérnyom. Ez vitt magával Tesco-s zacskóba vért, vagy hogy a picsája tudott ennyit oda kenegetni? Mert a hulla az egy 5 kilométerre van már innen. Na jó, papesz, nem akarsz fölmenni? Nem mi? Te lusta fasz. Ott megy tovább a vérfolt. Olá, ott van egy táska. Itt a vödörvér, meg az ecset. Aha.
Looks as though the killer was decorating with this.
Ja, az ecsettel csinálta a nyomokat, de most ez vér vagy festék? Nem akarom tudni. Ott a másik része a papírnak.
Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
De van is egy címünk. Mr. Gyilkos azonosította nekünk a hulláját. Megkíméltek a hegymászástól, jó? Vissza kell jönnünk a crime scene-hez. Érdekes.
It was
Sure.
Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway, but doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting those.
I'm sure.
Voltak azért kecók az USA-ba akkoriban. Ja, hogy ez egy bérház, aha. Külön van ágy, meg szoba. Boarding house, aha.
Wait just a moment!
Come in!
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
Nem.
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LePente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives.
Töröd meg a lábunkat, jaj. Te ölted meg te szemét.
Was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh no! She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone.
Megint a 600 decibeles
Antonia's room is
kandalló hang.
upstairs. Last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
Elnézést, nyannyer, mindjárt jövünk. Hoppá, hoppá, hoppá.
Will you look at that? Someone's turned the place over.
Kicsit kupi van. Valaki földútta a lakást.
Okay, we have an address.
Valami tárgyalásról beszél a férjével, majd a Hullának, hogy a férjével meg kell jelenniük valami tárgyaláson, de jól látom, akkor mint alperes meg felperes. Elvetőjöndet is, hogy szuperkort. De ez mi lehet? Vállóper? Hát, talán annak tűnik. Nem írták volna milyen ügy. Na. Hopp, ott a betörés.
The smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
Van egy eszközünk.
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
Ja, hát az mi lehet ilyen kandalló piszkavas? Vagy mi a ló arra? Nem mászol vissza az ablakon? Ne buzarád azt a szart. Na, mi van még ebbe a disznóba? Ó.
The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
Hiányzott a bűntett helyén ez a karkötő a nőről. Oké. Ennyi, ott a cipő. Jó, ez már volt. Ez komoly egy lakás, és van benne egy mosdó. Azt szerintem budi már nincs benne meg konyha. Az mi? Azt hittem egy szánkó, bázd meg, na. Akkor ez így ennyi. A gardróbban nem lehet bemenni, mondjuk ha eltakarodná innen az ajtóból, bázd meg, de... Vagy most még kint körül kéne nézni? Vagy csak a piszkavas volt? Egy játszótér. Tricikli. Hát nincs semmi játszótérem, szomorú vagyok. Nem tudom kinek a kocsia. Jó, visszaadjunk dumálni Mammerrel. Hát felismertek, celeb vagyok benne. Azt mondja, it's him, from the newspaper. Na. Te ülted meg, mondd be, vard be.
Yes, detective. I'll do my best.
Azt ajánlom is. Különben baseballzütő jön. Azt mondja, hogy...
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea.
Nincs is között hozzá.
She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
Nyanya.
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
Hogy becinkelte.
I think she went to a bar.
Egy pegykás kukkoló nyany.
She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
Házmester nyanya biztos tud mindent.
Eldorado Bar.
Na, megvan.
Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
Aha. Szóval a hullától néhány sarokra van a bár, ahol elvileg ment a csaj, mielőtt megölték.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
Can you describe the necklace?
An icon of Our Lady of Guadalupe. It's quite beautiful. I'll let Antonia hang a painting of her there on the wall.
Bocs, közben bebaszt az ablakot a húzat.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife to serve me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
Szóval a nyanya szerint a férje ölte meg.
I think this whole thing was a put-up job. You heard about Antonia over the radio, and you made it look like a break-in so you could lift some of her things.
And you have an ounce of proof for that scurrilous allegation?
Itt a szobakulcs.
You're supposed to be doing the Lord's work in tracking down a killer. But instead, you come in here and you abuse an old woman. You should take a long, hard look at yourself, young man.
Mi pejn a hajderek?
You've had a break-in?
No. That can't be true.
Nem törtek be, persze, hogy nem. Akkor nézzél már körül fönn, bázzeg.
The window's broken and the room's been tossed. You seem like the type of landlady who notices everything that happens under her roof. What gives?
Don't take that tone of voice with me, young man.
We're hunting a killer, madam. I would have expected a little more cooperation.
The hired help at the El Dorado might have seen the broad the night she died. Maybe the regulars too.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Akkor megyünk az El Dorado bárba. Mammát meg itt hagyjuk, mert baszott segíteni.
Nosy old hag? And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wives line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. It's a sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times, Cole.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every one of these murders. We don't need to go looking for the monster under the bed.
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
I've been... Watch where you're driving, you maniac! I've been through 3. No big deal. After a while, you just numb yourself.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man. It would hurt his sense of who he is. He'd see himself as a failure. A woman taking control over his life?
Then she fronts him and he snaps. Works for me. That makes Angel a killer as well as a piece of shit.
Well, never mind. I'll just write a note and stick it in his laundry box. Goodbye. Goodbye. Nothing. Ronnie wasn't there.
Ott az El Dorado.
How in the world could you think?
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. What did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Itt jött a nő egy levelet.
Where's that
Say, honey, what time do you get off waiting tables?
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was gonna show him.
Ezek a vállóperes papírok. Angel Maldonado.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was gonna serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink, was for Dutch courage.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay?
And
my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem.
2/2 korrekt, egész jó.
Get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
Azt mondja, gyümölcspiacot kell megnéznünk szembe, mert hogy ott van...
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
Telefonfülke. Ott van Fruit Market.
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
Ez is komoly, vissza kell jönnöm később. Ez vérfolt vagy retek? Van egy rendőrfülke, de nincs itt lófasz se. Csak banánhéjak. Ja, ott van a tethely. Csak ez tényleg közel van.
Goddamn captions make me resubmit the paperwork.
Nem mászok vissza, de szerintem a dokival talán tudunk beszélni. Oda húzták, onnan meg oda. Mit kellene csinálni? Most vagyok a crime scene-en. Maldonado Residence. Ja, a Maldonado Residence-be kell menni, basszus. De a kocsi meg 6 kilométerre van. Ezt nem vihetjük el ezt a kocsit? Hát nem. Bocs.
Christ alive! These people!
A faszítót hagytam. Hát közben azért előkerült, jó? Mi volt az Hitler?
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
304-es lakás. Ez meg kicsit extra, mint az öreg asszonynak az albia. De amúgy ez hol van? Ja, akkor gondolom még egy emelet.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Ajaj.
Hey, what the fuck? LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Ott van még egy kompért hátul. Bunyó.
I got 100 pounds.
Haha, gyere, gyere, gyere. Kapta a kokit.
Damn, they got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
Köpte a kopoltyúja a pirosa.
You two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, God damn it! You think I'd kill my own wife?
We should get the whole place going over, then talk to the neighbors.
Na, akkor kutassunk.
And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
Egész jó ketszó két ilyen csövesnek, nem? Itt van valami papper. Ja, még baseballütő az ágy mellett. Ja, kereszt azért ott van. Jó kereszt, így módra elvernek mindenkit a baseballütővel, meg bűnözőznek. Várj, akkor erre. Konyha.
Just picked fruit
Ó,
market.
pont gyümölcspiacos cucc. Csak épp nem az van
I
be.
wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
VSOP. Ez vagy csempészpia? És persze Eldorádós gyufa.
The Eldorado must be a family favorite.
Hopp, az ott egy véres ruha?
This will take some explaining.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
Szóval Neighbors... Ez egész jó verdeotlan. Itt van a szomszéd, itt be lehet menni. Be. Itt van egy szomszéd, meg ott is van egy szomszéd, itt rúgtuk be az ajtót, akkor erre. Come in! Ó, hágas, szabad!
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Hát itt nem sokat tudtunk meg ettől a pizsamás pipitől, bazd meg. Óbégatnak egymással. Jó. Szabad, ó, hallgass, szabad!
No good. There's nobody here.
Akkor be kéne rúgni, nem? Na, ott is van egy ajtó. A kurva szállott.
I'm playing with my kid. LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Na, akkor a Móka Miki szomszéd bácsi is elvált, és épp gyerekláthatáson vannak nála a gyerekei, és korán lefeküdtek. Még egy szomszéd van, ha jól látom. Hello, me.
Hello.
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well-executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
Ezt a nyanyát nem kukkorúztuk le, azért nyugi. Most ennyi? Szóval elviharzott a nő a faszi utána, és nem látták visszajönni a faszit. Akkor szerintem ez egy kihallgatás lesz, nem? De most... Ja, nézzük meg a zöldségpiacot. Jó.
Car 11K, Car 11 King,
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
Hoppá, találtak egy új levelet.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters, Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
You know, I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. Have you seen the body? This fucking case just gnaws away at your guts. Hollywood. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted on a fucking sidewalk.
Hát ja, jók a programok, amúgy csak kevés a közbiztonság itt LA-ben. Hát ugye Hollywood vonzza az ilyen elmebetegeket. Megjöttünk.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
They're waiting.
I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Tech service is szóval a picsában van. Azt mondja, hogy downstairs. Na van még lejjebb emelet.
We gonna go downstairs and see Donnelly or what?
Nincs semmi. Hol lehet lemenni downstairs? Ott.
They're waiting down in tech services, Phelps.
Ja, követni kellett volna bácsit, jó?
What the hell?
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
His information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all his fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
I've changed my
That's the message from the
mind.
Celine Henry case.
Hoppa. You would not give us a square deal. Fuck you, BD tax. Igen, ez a Szelines ügybe volt.
Keep upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
Ez egy vers.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley. Sure, I knew that.
Hey.
You see, Finis?
Felismerted,
I told you
yeah.
this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Na, Maldonado bácsiból ki kell préselni, amit tud.
I swear, this town's going straight to hell.
I got the jitters again.
You think the Vice Boys get any on the side?
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
So if you didn't kill your wife, who did? You better come up with something, Angel. This doesn't look good.
Fuck you. I loved my wife.
You're good, kid. You murder your wife and you just sit there as cool as a cucumber.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
Aha. Szóval nem fogadunk el vállást. Nagy bizonyos népcsoport, aki ugye így gondolkodik. Azt mondja, dot pattern. Mondjuk ez is érdekes, ez a dot pattern note, hogy ez mi lesz.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
Ja, a nő szólt neki, hogy el akar válni, de lepofozta a picsába. Nagyon kedves.
What difference does that make?
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Ho-ho! Te köcsög hazudós, geci.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
Azt mondja, megvágta magát a borotvával.
He said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
Opa.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
One last question, Angel.
Do
the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Na hát akkor piacon lesz valami kukkoló perverz, aki Mindig nézni, bámult a feleségét, azt mondja. Ez az.
What's your read on Maldonado?
I still like him for it. Seriously, that line about the guy at the fruit market making eyes at his woman? Please. We'll get to the market and the guy behind the counter will tell us he saw Angel drag his old lady off into the night. This case will be shut like all the others.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. A 211 is shots fired 410 South Flower Street. Unit that can have code 3 identify.
Bocs. Most itt van a piac. Itt van a piac. Na nézzük csak azt a creepet. Te ölted meg, te köcsög.
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney, what can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
She looked like she was having a good night to you?
Hard to tell. Might have just been the booze that was making her seem maudlin.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much.
Kellogg's
I sell the odd
cornflakes
bottle on the side to
háttérben.
the after-hours crowd. Well, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
Do you mind if we look
De
around?
szóval pult alatt piátár lőszek a nem zöldséget.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
Na és akkor most mi van? Szóval kaptunk egy leírást egy kocsihoz.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins.
Ja, azok piálva.
Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Zug. Ital nagyker van itt, kérem szépen. Hoppá. Véres kés.
Why cut someone who's already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. You must have seen it during the war.
Kerékkulcs, ez nem véres.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Ó, hát az meg is van. Itt meg lehet nézni. Nem, de itt jön. Ez az. 2, 5, 3. Zsír, hoppá. Ez a nőnek az ékszere. Hú, ez mekkora ilyen szar pérsoviniszta duma. Ott meg olyan véres ruha van. Véres ruha van a fiókban.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off. Clem!
Hoppá, hoppá. Ez egy autós üldözés lesz, úgy érzem. Megvan a gyilkosunk, azt hiszem. Lőtt ki a gumiját.
We should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
Oh, stunt.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Hit it! Clean this asshole off the road.
Lőjél, bazd meg.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Hit him, Cole! Spit him out!
Haha, na ez durva. Ez jó volt. Kicsit megborult a várdával a tag.
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
De ezt írta ki Csóró 21 éves
Outstanding
sajt.
job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace.
Kollégám teszteli az anyagot.
I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind them that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
Jó van, edzőbe. Kösz a dicséretet. Viszi a szájrét. Rekesz pia. (17/17) és 8/13. Ez elég jól sikerült, úgy érzem. The size of crime stash. Why you didn't catch him red-handed, Eldorado. Az Eldorádóban jobban körül, de hát fullos volt az evidence, na mindegy.
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads.
How can we fail, Skip, with the Shadow leading the show?
Who the fuck is a Shadow?
Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming.
You're sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Ezt mondja, hol soroztak be a mocsárba. Cinkelik a bácsit, mert hogy túl korrekt. White shoe slaying. Fehér cipő. Büntény, büntetés, nem tudom. Ott a white shoe. Úgy érzem, készül egy újabb nudista nőhulla, ott a gyilkosunk. Rák. Kezd be van baszcsizve.
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
Na, akkor nézzünk egy újabb esetet.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
Sunny California, az jelenleg Sunny Hungary. Korszert megint ott felejtettem, baszki. Legalább nem pofázik. Felkísér minket a rendőrautó, megőrülök. Megint egy ilyen erdős terület.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries?
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Na itt érdekességek vannak. Ez nincs levetköztetve, nincsenek személyes tárgyai, viszont ugyanúgy kötéllel folytatták meg. Meg ugyanúgy mokesz.
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services F1363.
Mosodai címke, jó, azt hiszem lesz egy helyszínünk, ahová el kell látogatni. Ketyrotty. Nézzük a gyűrűs kezét. Erről nem tépték le a gyűrűt. Nézzük a melltartót. Ja, nem lehet, ennek nincsenek zsebei. Jó, hát akkor az ennyi. Jó, ugye nagy vihar volt, azt mondják, úgyhogy elmosta a bizonyítékok nagy részét. Természetesen az örökzöld sörösűjek megvannak. És lábnyomok is.
The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Szóval a tettes körbe-körbe mászkált. Kocsi. Keréknyomok.
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Az, a gyilkos és a sofőr egy és ugyanaz. Ennyi kívül nincs semmi? Hát ez mi? Ki a franc ez?
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Hoztak egy tanút.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Na.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Na, egy hobó. Jó, és?
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Egy hobo leader, beszarsz, érted? Csöves
Anything I can
vezér.
do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
És van egy ilyen hobo camp, ahol ezek csöveznek, és ott megtaláljuk ezt a Torsfószert, akire azt mondta, hogy biztos valami háborús sérülése van. Na mindegy, itt lehet telefonálunk egyet. Nagyon büszkén világít, úgyhogy valamit kell vele okozni. How can I help you, detective?
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective.
Mosodának megvan a címe, de már tudunk menni.
There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
És megkaptuk a hobo campnek a csöves tábornak is a címét. Úgyhogy meglátogatjuk a csöves kukoricákat is. Jó. Annyira tudtam, hogy ez a bennül a kocsiba, bezd meg. Ja, áttérve az a rakéta. Na, szerintem először a mosodába megyünk. Mr. Washi-Washihoz. Nem, nincs nálam ink. Nincs ink.
No message.
Kell lenni nálad
There's no
ink.
message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on them. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the message.
Whoa there! This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand?
KPL 20 Century Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Century Unit identify.
Itt a mosoda.
At least the rain stopped. We can change back into those white bucks now.
Van itt minden, vasaló.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
Mondom, hogy Mr. Vosi, bazd meg.
F1363.
Egy ázsiai néger.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look. You take a look for yourself.
Azt elhagyta az állat. Azt ugye keres ki magadnak, bazd meg. De most hogy mit keresünk amúgy, mert nem vágom. Record listing clients by name and address. Ja, várja, ez valami zöld ruha volt, nem? Green silk, ez az.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
Akkor meg is van. Itt ez így ennyi? Vosi nem akar velünk beszélgetni. Hogy szarna sűn, bazd meg. Na jó van. Ugye most akkor két lehetőség van, vagy a hobócamp, vagy pedig a hullának a lakása. Elmenjünk a hullának a lakására, ez a hobócamp, ez izgalmasan hangzik, ezt megnézzük utoljára.
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
Yeah.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic types show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Ez legalább közel volt. Van itt minden. Hajó, tricikli, öntöző, kupleráj, hintaló. Jó, tehát ez most a halott nőnek a lakása. Ott két children is ül. Jó, nézzük a Cartoon Network-öt.
Hello? Yes? Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir? My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home. Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing? We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes. Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news.
Az asszony megmordált. Viszont
Do you have someone
látásra.
who can look after your children, Mr. Terrelson?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Terrelson, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Terrelson? Let him search. You got nothing to hide.
Jó, nem akarod hagyni, hogy elkutassam a lakást?
You want to hear something funny, Terrelson?
Bumburnyák.
Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules a man as a suspect.
Ja, egy ilyen hajó van kinn az udvaron is, ha jól láttam. Te kölkök.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Nincs lófasz se. Itt a táskája.
So she went out without her handbag? At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Rúzs megvan.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
Operator's license. Ez gyorsítvány, gondolom. Itt is a ganyés cipők.
You can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Lábnyomok a tett helyen, ugye vajon jók lehetnek-e hozzá? Hoppá, elázott az
Ours was
ing.
out in the rain last night.
És ugye vihar volt, amikor kinyírták a nőt. Ahogy előre befejezzük a házat.
I'll be out of your way momentarily, ladies.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Megint a gyufa.
Need to check if she was a regular.
Kaptunk Baron's Barhoz egy location-t. Oda el kell menni kutakodni. Ez a gyerekszoba. Twist Oliver, ha.
This doesn't pertain to the case. Probably nothing.
A gyerekek nem ölték meg szerintem. Mutárt. Hát te mit kutatsz? Ott van valami cucc?
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
Ja, nagyon nagy törzs vendégek lehetnek a Baron's Barba.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Igen, valamiért a kép le van fordítva. Úgyhogy ez egy bukovári. Tapu valamit titkol. Itt is egy tatyó.
I doubt it.
Akkor minek vetted fél, bázd meg, ne? Jó. Hálószoba ennyi. Gyerekszoba, jó, akkor dumáljunk az emberrel.
For the record, Mr. Terrelson, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Szerintem ez nem igaz.
In sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, Lars.
And you're the perfect husband, I suppose.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. There can't be anyone who knew her.
Biztos idegenek akarták kiírni, jó.
So you don't know anyone who would want her dead?
No, I don't.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Akkor miért van le?
I think you're in an unhappy marriage, Lars.
Fordítva a kép, miért néztél fölfele
You would like to
csöcsbe?
get it off your chest.
You telling me my wife was unhappy? What proof do you have of that?
Nem lehet neki felhozni a felfordított izét? A picsába.
Sorry, my mistake.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right. Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
So when I call this Bobby Ross character and he tells me you're lying...
Look, what do I have to do to convince you that I stayed at the party? I want to find who did this. I want to help.
If Bobby Ross doesn't confirm your story, we are going to come back here and pick you up. This doesn't look good, Lars.
Telefonálnunk kell. Itt van a telefon. Hát húzzál, majd nem tudok kijönni, bazd meg. Ez most valami vicc.
So what next?
We could break the husband's story right now. Call in, get some uniforms dispatched, check out his alibi.
Nem tudok kimenni ettől a kibaszott NPC-től, bazd meg, nézd meg. Nézd meg.
Please, can I have some time to explain to my daughters?
Könyörgöm, ember, állj már odébb. Na végre.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
Tök jó, az ablakban látszanak az NPC-k,
Can you run an
autók, meg
address
a
for a
gyalogosok.
Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks for your help.
Alibi ellenőrzésre kiküldenek egy kocsit, jó. Ez így ennyi. Vagy még az udvaron nézzünk körül ott a hajónál.
Appreciate your time, sir.
Úgy is kezdett rohadtul idegesíteni a kandallónak a hangja. Nem véletlenül villog ez a lámpa, itt úgy érzem. Hoppa, kötél, bazd meg.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
A folytogatós kötél.
Sounds like the Terrelson broad had her last drink at Baron's bar. We should check the place out.
Ja, az oké, hogy megnézzük a bárt. Hello, gyerekek! Bú! Ez a hajó az nem tud többet. Valami fűmagot szórattatok volna, hogy néz ki az udvar, bazd meg. Mindenkinek a ház előtt van egy pad.
You're a different man in front of the captain, Phelps.
Ja, elütöttem a rendőrt. Hát ez kellemetlen. Ups.
Hey, come on!
Raklapálóra fékezett. Na, ez gáz. Mondjuk azért ezt a felejtsük, hogy 11 éves a játék, vagy 2011-es a játék. Csak ugye 2017-ben feltuningolták grafikáját. Attól függetlenül szerintem teljesen jó. Ja, az a bár jó. Be kéne menni, nem?
She wants a 5-star goddamn way.
Drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrelson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
Szóval 2-kor halt meg. Azt mondja... Az a izé...
On foot, in a car, by bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
I can't decide between the tuna fish and the chicken.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Na, akkor taxit le kell nyomozni.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Az köcsög.
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the
Az
other
egyik a
man?
Popeye volt akkor.
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Az egyik tag itt van éppen, akivel látták a
Any
nőt.
idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
Vakarózik, hazudsz.
She was murdered, Benny. Brutally murdered. If you like this lady, you should give us something.
You telling me I'm not cooperating? Watch it, pal.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
Ott a piros pólos.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Hoppá, hoppá.
You can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Puti, puti.
You recommend a special? Go, Phelps, get after it.
Kell, mert a dagat vagy, mi?
Come on, you got a ride. Get in and drive. I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered. We could have a killer on our hands. I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer.
For some reason, you're
sticklers for routine. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Hát ahhoz először utol kéne érni ezzel a Trabanttal, bazd meg.
I'll try to shoot out his tire. Wish me luck. Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road. All right, you got
Meg vagy köcsög, Duda.
I've had enough. Show me your hands.
Na, csöves kukorica.
Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Ez a Butch a visszajövőből, filmből, nem?
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Tell us about Teresa Terrellson.
What's to tell?
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
Szóval lenyúlta a nőttől a Popeye, bazd meg. Mik vannak itt? Time of Death. Várj, üssetek, bazd meg. Hát esetleg ez a bó.
I don't like it when you lie to me, Richard. You have the stink of the yardbird about you. What were you in for?
I have no idea what you're talking about. You got anything that says I done time?
Taxira mit tudsz mondani?
You boys should run
Semmit.
along. You got a killer to catch. Remember?
Csak még menekült ez a fasz.
You're coming in with us, Bates.
But I'm not your guy. What exactly am I being run in for?
You have a record, you ran from us, and there's the fact that I don't like you. That's 3 strikes in my book.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Hát Butchot elvitték. Kéne telefonálni. De hol van a telefon? Itt.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can I help,
I need an
detective?
APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thank you.
Na, bevittek egy izét. Popeye-t. Szerintem ezt a Popeye-t akkor nekünk ki kéne hallgatni. Ne dudájába az mi? Hát ezt a Robocampet még lehet, hogy meg kéne látogatni, nem? Az a Popeye úgysem egy sehova, hogyha benn van a rendőrségen.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow
megvan a
cab
taxi.
number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
I know I'm whistling. It's the only way I can stop you from snoring.
Just your imagination.
Hát az meg ki kell hagynunk a
You
csöves
see a
tanyát.
taxi anywhere?
Yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
Where's that cab got to now? I don't know about you, but I feel more comfortable with the siren on. What do you think?
Szóval szirénázzak, mi köcsög, akkor vezessél te, bazd meg. Akkor se szirénázok be. Na oda. Látod, arra beszállnak, aztán megijednek. Még beledúranak mindenkibe.
All right, so where's the cab?
Hol van itt taxi, bocs?
Car 11K, your suspect vehicle, yellow cab, 3591, sighted at 6th and Valencia.
You see our taxi anywhere? Search continues.
Car 11K, yellow cab 3591 was just seen leaving Doobie's Car Sales, driving north on Union Drive. KGPL.
Valamit itt mutat. Itt van.
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It was a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It was at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
Újabb cím.
Any Central Unit, Car 16 Adam reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope. The Methodist Church unit to handle code 2 identified.
Most akkor mehetünk a Hobokenbe. Ezt a Crystal Ballroomot azt nem írta be izének címnek.
Whoa, if someone reports this...
Ja, azt mondta a taxis, hogy valami Crystal Ballroomnál rakta ki őket. Ő Popeye-jel volt a csaj, Popeye meg egyfolytában rámászott. De a két kisgyerek meg otthon van, bazd meg. Ezek a Popeye-jal henteleg a taxiban. Üdös kurva anyját. Na. Kibaszott Popeye. Bocs. Mondjuk ezeket nem védte meg a légzsák. Aha, itt a csöves tanya.
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here. We should follow the lead. These guys can wait.
Lónak a faszát, akkor már lemegyünk, bazd meg.
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Ez bunyózni akar, vagy mi? Ez elég komoly egy hely. Hobo Camp, Los Angeles közepén. Látjátok, most is van ilyen. De van itt nő is. Éppen jó kedvű van. Jó kedvében van a banda. Energiatakarékosak, ilyen ledes gyertyákkal. A vízen is spórolnak. Hát ez mi ez a kép? Jaj, a háborús veterán-sövesek. Amúgy. Széked nincsen be, de jól van. Brooklyn KH-k működnek. Jó, meleg van, fassa, jó, oké. Azt hittem, ez egy puska. Még kell földön feküdni, fölfázóba, az meg. Legalább gyűjtened meg azokat a botokat. De meg hogy a faszba tudsz még harmonikázni, ja. Csak komoly potyár jöttünk el ide a hobókámba, hát nem áll.
Leave him be.
Kicsit fölrúgtam, bocs. Ez itt belehány a kukába, jó? Ez mit sem meghámozza a matracot, bezd meg, jó? Ez volt, amíg beszólt, nem?
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
De itt nincs lófasz se. Nincsen semmi itt a Hobo Campbe. Beszélni se akar senki. Mindenki csak chill-el. Jó van, menjünk innen a picsába. Szóval már kell kimenni, ez a kibaszott labirintus.
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Hol a faszba? Itt jöttünk le, jó? De vissza a kapitányságra. Érdekes, itt volt egy telefon.
Any Central Unit, Car 16L reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope, the Methodist Church, Unit
Code 2 identify.
Polizei Station. Ez jól sikerült ez a parkolás. Na, nézzük, miből élünk.
He's in interview 2.
Kettes szoba.
What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Na, megvan a Popeye, akkor beszélgessünk vele. Ez az egyes, akkor... Csában a kettes.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to make comments.
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding. The only reason...
Hol a Nuniba van az a... Ja, itt van, jó. Na, hello, Popeye.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup. So it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble. That's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning. You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
Igen.
And you started talking.
She looked good in her green dress. Up close, she was a little older than I thought, but like I said, I only had a 24-hour pass.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. If your story doesn't check out, Jessup, we're hanging you out to dry.
Hát ez nem sok
Can you put the
lófasz
guy in
volt.
2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, detective.
Tengerész csóka nem sokat
Got a
mondott.
message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Brand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Na, látták a csövest, és már bejelentettek 2 nőzaklatást vele kapcsolatban. Na, ez a kocsi, ez kurva jól néz ki. És most ezzel én így el tudok hajtani, vajon? Próbáljuk meg. Nem is enged leszállni, aha. Ez itt bebugolt. Kéne lopnunk egy rendőrautót, azt nem lehet elvinni. De. Tiétek lehet az egy kerekű szar. És most kell menni a hobókenbe.
KGPL to car 11K. 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown, Cole.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, could we have Lars Terrellson picked up?
11K, roger.
Vissza a hobókenbe, de közel a rendőrséghez. Havernál már van Sati. Jaj. Ez a torszfejű tag. Hasonlít a kukkolóra az elején. Csukják be a kaput átunk mögött.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascist. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic.
Aye, aye.
We need to hold out to the cavalry.
How do we do that?
Like this.
If you want your
Gyere,
rightful
bazd
share,
meg.
These men
we
know
need
they're
to
harboring
fight
a...
for it.
Zsír.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny.
Stalin
We'll
elvtársnak
find out from your
hívják.
personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Hoppá, háttérsztori. Azt mondja, itt van a Kreml. Elvégre ugye Stalint kaptuk el.
I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Vagy Lenin, vagy mit tudom én.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney. We need your help, Jack. I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war.
Kibontakozó drogháború bemutatása zajlik éppen Amerikában. És igen, a morfium. Orvosi cuccokkal kezdték, és itt most ugye konkurencia harc lesz. De ugye ők itt a japán háborús veteránok. Hoppa, kötél itt is, és ez ráadásul még véres is, bazd meg. Ez remek.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terreldson's chin.
És akkor ez a torsz hobónak a kecója, ugye? Ja. Ajaj. Itt bajok lesznek, Hobó bácsi. Ez a csajnak a tárcája.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Ki kell hallgatnunk az Ackermant. De az Zuckermantakon bevitték, ugye? Gyere már, bazd meg!
The husband has an alibi, no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession and we can charge the bum with murder.
Any Century unit, a possible 415 at Alvera Street Plaza, unit to handle.
Szóval vallomás kell a csövestől, mert a bizonyítékok ellene szólnak. Hajnali 3, vagy délután 3, elég sötét van.
We're going this way.
Hol van ez egy csöves geci? Itt van.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many.
Ajaj.
Their necks are so fragile.
Akkor ez be is vallott a gyilkosságot.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I've killed.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrelson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
Tadám! Kicsit kettős volt a tag.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrelson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Zsír. Három nyomot nem találtam meg, belekérdés nem jó. Hozzáverő delivery terezzelható her that might have liked a chance to testify. Honnan kellett volna nekem kukázni a bus drivert? Na mindegy. Ez néma ez a kunta kinte, vagy mi a lófasz?
Don't leave me
Studio Secretary Murder. A stúdió titkárnéni gyilkos. Hát nagyon egy részegnő, az meg. Nézd meg. Kápszi rossz, az meg Freddy Krueger. Ja nem. Red Dead Redemptionből valamelyik NPC.
Of course we will look into it.
Kellemetlen.
Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hacked the rose gold wedding ring.
Blah blah blah.
Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Na, akkor van 2 location. Viszont már abba adjuk ezt a bulit, és akkor majd valószínűleg holnap folytatjuk. Egész jó a haladásunk. Vizslát.